Highly doubt it, Nat, but thank you for handing it over. It is MLP JOHNXFIRE. John, you're looking rather short tonight, but how are you feeling?
Double null, and you can just keep shoving in creep wave and keep building up.
Bottom lane, Vincenzo has been caught, but Xavier still copying quite a bit of damage here on the Shaman. Could be in danger as the Fairy Fire does come out. Who gets the first blood? It's going to be Xavius, as he does finally drop. He does. Bob, Reaper's Scythe out, going to hold him down for the shackles, and it's going to be enough. Well, you've got to find a decent way to try and catch up on Bob now.
You've got to find a way for that Storm to get some initial build-up. Xavius, though, switches top. Yeah. He's got lots to sustain for his mana spam, so they just get aggressive and run in. Instead of focusing on the flak farm, they want to play aggressive.
Mid lane again, Shackles is out onto Bob, and this time around Bob's got plenty of help to try and help him out though. Io does tether over Bob, he's still gonna drop.
More in juggling around some stats and dive. They're trying to contest Natsumi's farm, but that just gives Natsumi really easy kills with a rocket barrage.
Yeah, I mean, Vincenzo in the wrong neighborhood as Bob is going to try and zip his way forward onto the gyrocopter, but unless you kill off Mavis, it's not happening. Vortex is there. They'll cancel off the relocate. They might find Mavis. Natsumi should be able to get out as now Lelouch does show himself at this top lane. Epicenter though, Tino going to try and turn for an even bigger kill, but Lelouch, he's got the hood up. It's going to be way too much magic defenses. Now the Reaper's Scythe out onto the Sand King, but Bob at least finding the Necropost can move more. Onto Natsumi he goes, but he is out of mana.
Now with the blink on Tino.
Lelouch again going to be targeted as the Burrow Strike is there into the Solar Bind, and even with the Ghost Shroud, it's going to be a lot of damage to fly out though. Lelouch, he's not dead yet. Arena down, but they do manage to snipe him as now Bob's gone too far. They've even caught the Ogre. Tino, he'll move in for another. A double out for the Sand King, but Natsumi's still proving to be a big problem. They do relocate him out.
And an Execration here.
They've got to find Mavis first, and it shouldn't be too hard though. Never mind, Tino. He's going to go right after the bigger target onto Natsumi. They've got plenty of damage. Bob, he'll move in for the Io. Nice TP away, but it's not going to be enough.
Maybe if Vincenzo just pops in, he might be able to see, but Roche is already fairly low here.
Oh, it's too late. Roshan's gone. Natsumi, he'll take the Aegis for himself from the gyrocopter, and now Bob going to try and zip through his force. Does not land the spirit he wanted, so Bob, he'll move back in on the Storm, trying to get something. They'll get one down onto Lelouch. He's already popped the Ghost Shroud, but the relocate is there. Xavius, or rather Mavis, saving the day as now they continue on to the Shaman instead. There goes Xavius, and they should have another. Mavis will slowly make his way back into the battle and does die.
Can force not finding targets he wants.
Yeah, in big trouble. Bob, he's got an Arcane Rune up, so the mana's no problem as the Reaper's Scythe comes through, but it's going to make no difference. Instead, Spear is there, Force. Might find a nice trade for his team, and does. But they are certainly proving that this Necropost is not too big of an issue, as now Tino. He's going to be fine.
Good opportunistic fight to take. That could turn
Tino, that's going to be a big epicenter into a big Burrow Strike, and now Bob can come right in. Lelouch is already gone, and they can go right after Mavis now. On the Io, but Natsumi's going to be around to protect us instead. They'll try to focus down Force. Oh, that's a great setup from Tino. But Tino's sticking around. Pings out onto Lelouch, and there's your Burrow Strike initiation into the Vortex, and now the epicenter. Lelouch is trying to survive through it. Mavis is here, but he's not going to be able to tether. They've got the Io down. Natsumi, though, with the BKB, still able to fight back as he chases down Tino. But Tino's fine as Bob jumps back in with the Arcane Rune. He just cannot stop. Though Xavius does get a nice Hex out, but it won't make the difference. At least not for him. He does drop, and now Tino finds the gyrocopter in the tree line, and that's going to be 4 down. In fact, make it 5. Problem is they're going to be fighting into the high ground, though. They'll jump in Force. He's there with a Great Arena Spear onto Vincenzo, but it's not going to be enough because Tino, he's in with a massive epicenter. Natsumi is going to try to TP out, but he's not going to make it. Palos, I mean, he's got 2 lives, so it's not going to be that easy. Though they are going to try with the spear back now, but Tino, he's just so fast with the stun out. Xavier's already gone. Now Force, he will follow as Bob. He'll move right in onto Natsumi. In fact, never mind. They want Lelouch on the Necropost, and he's gone. You lose Vincenzo, but what does it matter, John? Nice ward out. Arena is going to be down. Force will try and pop. He'll go right to the backside, but who are we aiming? Right after the Shaman. Vincenzo's already gone, but now Tino, he's in onto Lelouch. They've already dropped one, or rather two on the side of Execration, but Bob, he'll just keep going onto Lelouch. They'll take the Necro, they'll take the IO, and they might just get Natsumi on the gyrocopter. Back Bob, he wants a Rampage. Are they going to give it his way? Yes, they will. Force, he is going to drop, and Rampage will go the way of Bob. There's Execration confidently take game number one here off Polaris Esports. And John, I mean, Polaris, they've got to be the favorites going into this matchup, but
I'll leave these two to bicker it out a little bit more as we do head into game two, please, John and Mike.
Yes.
And you just can't do much. Like, your controls really just Sprout. Mavis has to walk up. There's always the threat of skewer backlinks.
Oh, very fire up. He's going to try, but it's not going to be enough, Bob.
The Nature's Prophet, which is the biggest concern.
And Natsumi really taking advantage of the teleport early on.
Bot lane, knowing that the mid's much more free for Bob, it gives you a lot of room to move around now on Vincenzo, and we already see Vincenzo coming up to help secure that 6-minute clear.
Tino able to finally secure the kill there onto the Prophet as now Xavius does rotate over. Shockwave, it's not going to help. Mavis able to take the kills now. Shanks will be chased down, but he can always just tether away. Gonna get caught out to boot, and he will drop very quickly. Bob does take him out, and Natsumi, I'm not sure about this. That's a very risky play from Natsumi. Lelouch is going to try and come in and help out, but they might still have him, and they do. Oh, they get Shanks, but now Lelouch is completely out of mana, and here comes Tino to clean up the top lane. Though a nice cookie out from Xavius may have saved the day as they are still trying on the Bob, but Lelouch has gone too far. Xavius, he's the one to clean up with the shotty, but Tino, he'll keep the chase going as Xavius will turn again, but Vincenzo is going to be there this time around. Seems like Polaris aren't interested in messing around here as now Lelouch going to get jumped on Bob. Big vortex out. Lelouch does have a remnant to get away, but he needs to commit it, and now the zip forward. They're going to keep going as Bob, he has the regen, but he needs one more right-click. Shanks is going to try and keep up. Lelouch is fine though. In fact, now they're in a town. This Force does take down Shanks.
They have some control issues here, though, Mike. Holding down the Storm is a very tough prospect. It feels like you only really have chains and maybe a cookie stun. Spear is nearly impossible to land there.
Bot lane, Palos going to go down again, though, on the Razor, as now Vincenzo does rotate to try and help out or get something for his team, as Bob will be there as well. On the Force, they want the Mars dead. Spear is going to be juked down as well by Bob. Vincenzo still chasing down, does get the Fire Blast into the zip from Bob. Though they do get Tino top lane in the meantime. Bob, can he reach for one more? It doesn't seem like it.
Spell immunity and just get running. Although, Palos.
Yeah, he's having a very rough time here, John. Palos gonna try and do the moonwalk backwards, but it's not gonna work.
And Polaris is inching towards that Orchid on Natsumi, and they are starting to really just protect their mid-tier. They're not allowing any sort of pressure from the plump up.
Speaking of Natsumi though, John, he has been caught this time. Palos able to move in with Shanks and help out and killing off the Nature's Prophet. Though now Force does move in onto the IO. Gonna be one gone. Palos already so darn low with the chains out from Lelouch. He might just drop it. Bob's gonna move back in, and now the RP's out. It's only core one though. Lelouch managed to juke with this line of fist, and now they can move back in for the counter initiation. There goes Palos, there goes Tino, and there goes Bob, just zipping right out of that team fight. Natsumi now mid lane will join his team with the Orchid up on the Prophet. And chains out onto the Ogre, though Tino has rotated but can't really help. Vincenzo somehow allowed to run out. In fact, a skewer back now onto the Force. They might just have the Mars. In the meantime, though, Bob's been caught out on the side and he's taken down. Relocate or not, Palos, he's going to be right there with him. Into the graveyard they go. You've got to try and stop them, not the other way around. If they do try now, with the skewer back on the Force, he will pop the BKB and TP out, but the RP's been committed. They've got to get something for all this trouble, and that they will. Pings around to Palos here, John. They might move in, and they do. Nice Arena down with the Spear follow-up and the Mortimer's Kisses, though Palos, he does have a BKB available if he does choose to use it, and does have to, just to be able to walk away. So considering that level 20 talent is now up, but they are going to rush the top lane to try and find Natsumi, who doesn't really have help around him right now. The zip in is there. Bob, he gets silenced immediately, but Natsumi has been caught out. He might just drop it, he does. At least once. But now the arena down here from Force to try and turn around. They found Tino and they find the IO. It happens that darn quickly. It's Palos will BKB TP out of there and he's going to make it. Execration. On top, who have they got? It's going to be Lelouch. It's a great target. They even commit the RP, but that's a lot of gold to go the way of Tino. There's now Bob. We'll try for another, but not going to be able to hold down Mavis for now. Let's move in again. We'll have the backup of Palos coming in, but now the gobble up is there. Force will not land a spear very nicely as the BKBs were out, but Bob dropping low. A great relocate away from Mavis. Might buy him a bit more time to counter-initiate once again in this team fight. But no, they're just going to let Vincenzo die here, it seems. They'll wait for the IO to make his way back over. They'll even pick up Shanks. Where's he going? Down a bot lane, he has caught out the Ogre. In the meantime, a fight has broken out bot side as Tino is going to drop on the Magnus immediately to Xavius. Execration again, going to find a way to defend high ground. Very, very challenging to do so against this Nature's Prophet. 4-staff away, but Tino, he's not going to get the horn toss, and now he gets jumped on. They lose, just tearing him apart on the Ember. In they move. They will try one last time as Palos. He's popped the BKB. They'll even buy back on Tino, but they're doing no damage. Tino, he blinked in, but the horn toss is way off the mark, and now he's caught out. That'll be a dieback on Tino, and I think that's just game. And they can keep trying, but... Well, there's your gobble up. Natsumi, he doesn't even need to TP anymore. He'll just get sent in by the Snapfire as they do get him out, but what does it matter? I mean, how do you kill him? Yeah, silence is there. The IO will try to heal him up. It just won't matter. Natsumi takes him out. They won't call it. They will call it. I was going to say they might keep trying to defend, but I see absolutely no point in it. They do eventually call it, and well, Polaris going back to a bit of a comfort pick here for Natsumi to take game number 2.
Yeah, this time around, Polaris executes a lot better. We see that aggression.
Well, the Lina last pick, very good versus Leshrac. Obviously, Leshrac likes to run in.
Lina do have the smoke break. They spot out Tino and Shanks' force. Only has the God's Ruby. Doesn't have the spear. We'll use it onto Shanks. We got the Brambles ready as well, stopping that tether out. Do they have the damage? They're looking for the line up there. Nice hits. They are still in position here. Tether up. Tino looking to run up. Down bot as well. Force. Is he going to be able to grab? No, I get stunned up. Force might be in spot of trouble. Mel does land. He's not very tanky without that armor on hand. Good block from Bob. And they find a kill for Bob. Not the best. It's down bot. Vincenzo already caught a lot of damage. Bramble Mace does catch Palos out. Vincenzo dodging out. Force still forcing his way forward, but doesn't quite have the damage to kill off Vincenzo and gets taken out by Palos instead.
But we'll wait it out just for a little second here, John, as we are going to have a bit of a rotation coming out here from Bob and Vincenzo. The arena has been dropped down a bot lane. They are going to try on for the TA, but Palos, he will very fire up and try to survive a little bit longer. He's going to try and fight back now with the refraction. He's got him.
Deal with no stacks built up, but it's going to be relatively quick farming for Palos once he is ready to go there.
Lane. Mavis does catch out the Bane as they do drop the Laguna. So Bob is going to try and trade with these supports. He will chase down Mavis, but now a big rotation out. Polaris want to punish the Leshrac and they've got him. Oh, Natsumi.
Hold on here.
Here we go, a bit of a pincer maneuver. See the Bane right behind as they jump in, but Natsumi with a big avalanche toss up to the Leshrac and they've already lost Bob. The Jewel is out from Tino, but there's no backup damage. Polaris, they were ready this time around. Vincenzo, he does move in, but it's all too late. Oh boy. Trying to catch out some more stragglers, and they might just catch Lelouch, who shouldn't be expecting it. As Tino, he'll jump in for a great duel out. Terrorize is going to be there, and Vincenzo, he committed the Fiend's Grip, but it's going to be completely wasted. He was right on the edge of the Terrorize. Xavius does save the day. Toward the south, though, nobody saves Natsumi.
Right clicker wants to stand a million miles away from the fight and just get the damage.
Nice arena. Force right on the edge, catching out the Leshrac. Bob really doesn't want to die like this. The IO, the tether is gone. He'll run the other way, but that is not going to work.
TPs are coming in from Polaris though.
Force makes him jump in with the spear round, but Palos, he's got the press the attack from the backside. Still, Lelouch going to keep fighting with the Laguna Blade and the Silence. They'll have enough for the Aegis. You see Natsumi waiting in the backside to jump in with the avalanche and the toss, but the relocate. is there from Shanks, avoiding the avalanche completely, as now they can just move back in, it seems. Fiend's Grip is there. They've caught the Dark Willow, and that'll be a start of Xavius. No, he's going to survive. Shadow Realm is out in time. It's Vincenzo, a nice Nightmare dodge. Brain Sap away. In the meantime, Natsumi, he's got 3 targets. They've got Tino and Vincenzo down, and now Bob on the left rack has been caught out. In fact, Shanks, he'll be the 4th target to drop. They go too far.
As long as you find that Lina.
Bot lane, jump is there. Tino will get caught out with the toss back. He hasn't really got a way out. So they toss him right into the Bramble Maze. So instead, Execration will try to push the top tier 2, but once again, Polaris still very patient. They will see the TA. They're going to make the jump in with the Arena Spirit. He's already gone. A great initiation from Natsumi. Bob, fight over the power room, but this could cost him. He's going to rush for the illusion. I'm not sure about this one, Bob. He's going to BKB up and try to fight back as Natsumi. He's been caught out. Maybe they've got the damage. With the Fiend's Grip, the Tiny's going to drop. It's Tino. He'll be relocated out, but Bob, he ran right back in. They might still get the last rack in time, but the Nightmare is going to buy him a bit of time. Xavius trying to finish off the kill, and he does get it in time, but he does drop his own life. It's fine. They are going to go for a 5-man smoke, and Natsumi is back into the fray. So in goes Roshan. Once again, Palos going to be very careful. He's pops his BKB, but Natsumi's in. He's got the Aegis as well. He snatches it away on the Tiny, and now they can take the team fight. As Tino's already going to drop on the left rack, and Shanks, he goes as well. Oh, it's a terrible fight here for Execration. This Polaris will chase for a bit more, and they get the Inkswell start off. Onto Bob, who's already had such a tough game.
This is a tough defense now for the side of Execration. They still have the grip, but 3 heroes down, no buyback. Straight to tier 4 they go.
Natsumi trying to get the stun off, not able to get it, but now with the spear around, force locking down Palos. This might be enough for the TA. They've got the toss up, and that'll do it. Palos does have buyback, but it's not looking very good for them as they're just rushing the Ancient. Natsumi just hitting way too hard along with his Lina, though. Here we go again. Palos just being completely ignored. The Fiends group up the Tiny. They're trying. Tino, he'll come in with the duel out, but they get the Ancient down. Polaris, they're just not playing any games here with Execration. One Roshan, and that'll do it. They'll go right for the Ancient. They get the 2-1 victory over Execration.
And I love seeing that split up here on Polaris, that realization that they wanted the heavy scaling on the Lush, they wanted momentum to come out from Natsumi, so he opts for Echo Saber Blink.
Yeah, stop wasting my time, trying to get mine, get out the way, move, trying to get paid, bands on the way, just bought a safe, ooh, crib with a gate, I need me a leg, but that's on the way, ooh, yeah, that's on the way.